am bringing you the project that we're going to be making in 2 weeks, but I was kind of excited to show you guys how to make it. And so this, I have made them all different, and you will be getting in your kit 4 of these sewing machines and then the box. Plus you're going to be getting the measuring tape. I have a bunch of these little spools, this little spool that you can wrap whatever color you want, and you're going to have a tag, and you're also going to have a lot of little buttons and some scissors and this little thread spool and buttons, and just you're going to have to make your own little decide what you want to put. I'll have a lot of samples. Okay, and so I have little safety pins. I got a new little die that has all this stuff. It's tiny and it's so nice. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so what you're gonna start with is you're going to have 4 of these. Okay, and this is going to be dyed already, embossed for you already. So all you have to do is just put them together. It's pretty simple. And I meant to do this ahead of time and I forgot. If you hear a noise in the background, it's my fan. I tried to do this video yesterday and I didn't have my fan on, and it was so hot. So I'm going to put these 2 together. Okay, and this really is an easy project. I forgot my wipes. Forgive the messiness. Okay, so on this one we're going to put this one in the back, and this is your front. Okay, and just make sure that, especially this little piece, it's kind of flimsy, so make sure that all your little dots match up. Okay, now we're going to move on to the box, and the box really is easy, and it's a matchbook. There's a lady named May makes it, and she's really good on the formula, so I kind of followed her formula. So she is on YouTube if you're looking to know how to make a box. Okay, so you're going to get a piece like this. It's going to have, this is an inch, 4 inches, an inch, and an inch. Okay, and then this is, in between here is 1.5. This is an inch, and 1.5. Okay, and this is your top piece. Okay, so all you're going to do is do your scoring. Okay, and I already started. So this side's folded over, and you're going to either put tape or glue, whichever one you want. I want it to kind of make the process a little faster. And you're just going to fold it over. This is the first line, score line. This is your second. Okay, and so you're just going to fold it over like this. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to cut right up to the score line. And you can do this first if you want to. There you can see better. Don't miter yet, because you're going to miter both pieces together. Okay, I'll show you where to miter. Okay, so here's your little piece right there. Okay, so then you're going to make sure that this is burnished real good. That way it folds nice and crisp. You'll have your little sticks or your little score tool. Okay. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this like that. Okay, and this piece is going to go over, and this is going to go on the inside of your box. I would fold it first before you put glue or tape or anything on it, just so you can make sure that it folds in. Okay. Kind of gets stuck. Oops, that's what I forgot to do. Sorry. Okay, so this is where you miter. I mitered right here at the end, so I can miter both of them. Okay. Why it was sticking. And you miter so that way it doesn't hit right in here when you fold it. Okay, just a tiny bit, doesn't have to be a lot. It's just where it folds in, doesn't rub. I think that's why I was having a hard time. Okay, so now you're going to miter also, just a tad right there on that tip. That's where you fold it in. It doesn't hit, just like that. Okay, so your piece is going to look like this. Okay, so then you fold it in. See how nice that went in easier? I think it was rubbing. Okay, so now you put either tape or glue. And I had punched 2 holes. I forgot my hole puncher. 2 holes right here to hold the little ribbon. And before you fold this in, you can do that if you want and tie your ribbon. And that way it's easier than having to dig inside this little thing. Okay, that's one thing I did forget. Okay, so now this is your bottom box. This is this part right here. Okay, and you're going to do the top. Okay, you do all your score lines. This is your little flap that's going to go inside. That's going to hold your box together. Okay, so you can either put tape or glue. And then you just fold it in half. Fold it, and then that way you get your crease. And just keep moving it. Just make sure that all your creases are. And if it's uneven, then you can just cut it straight. Okay, mine was a little uneven. Okay, I can't tell, but I hope I'm not off camera. Okay, so now this should go right into your little box. There you go. So with the holes, then you're able to pull it. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to decorate your box if you want to. I have some lace. What I did was I just wrapped it around. I started here at the end because you don't want to put it all the way around here. You can put this and then cut it off. Okay, I'm going to do one real quick. Found it was easier to do this before I did my holes. And then you're going to put your box in and you're going to do this. I turned mine upside down. You can find the right side. I'm not too sure. Okay, you do it up to there, and then you take your box off again and you do it at the right in the back. Okay, so it'd be like 4 steps. Okay, so now this is, oops, yeah, that's right. Okay, so before you put your lace, you got to put this. I forgot. Okay, I should know because I've made so many of these already. So you're going to put glue right at the bottom of your sewing machine. Okay, and this may be a little long, but we'll cut it to match the box. So depending on which side you want for your front, I just sandwich that down right there. Okay, and I'm going to hold it for a while. So the reason I didn't cut all these because it's really up to you if you want it more on the end of this or you want more of this showing. So all you're going to do is cut the excess. Okay. Sure about my. And you can take this box off if you want, if it's in the way. It's up to you. Okay. Same thing, you're going to put your glue on your box or on your sewing machine, either one. Okay. Okay, so this is the right side of the sewing machine and this is the back side, but you're going to have to put it backwards just for the back because you need your sewing machine to match up. Okay, and that's okay because it's just going to be the back. I didn't put any design or anything like that on this one. Okay, so let that dry a little bit. Make sure that it's even, kind of matches up, because if you have your sewing machine, the back one a little that way, it's going to throw it all off, okay? So kind of sandwich it to where you can meet this two together. Okay, so then we'll cut the excess. Okay, and almost done with the sewing machine, the box. Let's put a little bit of glue. Okay, and I wanted to show you the die that I had gotten. It's a pretty neat die. It was just, it had some extra stuff here and I didn't really care for it, so I took it off. It made it too long, a little too bulky. And if you want at this point, you can put a little bit of glue right here too. Okay, and you're going to put all this together. The clips. Make sure that you got this even, because once it glues down, you can't move it. Okay, and you're going to take your time and make sure this is even. I'm kind of rushing, so stop to make sure it's even. It's all off. Okay, and this little so there's your little sewing machine. It's pretty easy to put together. So that's, now you would put your lace, okay, in the front and the back, and then you would put it right here too, okay. And we'll start decorating now. But I wanted to show you the die. The die, I got this from it's called KS Crafts, and it's on Amazon. I got it, and it's supposed to be a shaker, but I really didn't want to do the shaker, and I got it originally. It comes with two pieces. One's a little bit smaller, and so I cut this off. And I originally got it for tags, but I found someone did this on Pinterest, and so I thought it was really cute. And this would be perfect. So you can probably do them different colors. And then what I did with the embossing is I had some little letters, but they were on a piece of wood, a little tiny piece of wood. And so I took them apart and I made my own little stamp because it was too hard to line up and emboss. So I went ahead and just got a piece of paper, took them all apart, glued them on a piece of cardboard, and then wrote the word out, Singer, and then stamped it. And I could stamp it perfect every time. And then these were all little stamps that I had. And okay, so we're going to get started on decorating it. I'm going to go ahead and do this so I can decorate my box, and I won't have to put this after. Oh no, oh, I did make a boo-boo. I keep forgetting this part, but let me see. You probably could still do it. Before you put your sewing machine on, I do have a piece of brown. On this one, it's a little piece of paper that I cut out, and you put that on before you put your sewing machine. I probably can slide this in if I cut it small enough. It just kind of gave it a little bit of color so it's not so black, and then you just kind of glue it in. Okay, you might need to cut. There you go. There. Okay. And I don't know why I always forget this piece. I always have to put it in after. I have no idea. Some of the first ones I didn't put this on. That's why. Okay, so then you just, I'll do that later. Okay. Okay, so the next step would be decorating. This would probably be the hard part for me. Not that it's hard, it's just that I want to do all these different things. Okay, but I made quite a bit of samples, so you guys can pick the ones you want and then go from there. Okay, all right. So with this one, I had a little tag. I'm taking 3 different tags. One that says Stitch with Love, and I just did the bow and then stuck this underneath, and then you're gonna have this spool and this little one. And you can do it any way that you want. Okay, so I'm gonna have material also, and so I'm gonna do a purple one. So what I did was I had some shears, some zigzag shears, and then I just cut a little piece right here. So you can either insert it underneath here, and that's the reason why I put the little slit there. If you do it too long, sometimes it gets in the way of this. Okay, so you can also just lay it on here. It's really up to you. And this is going to be, I will be there to help you guys for the class, but it's really up to you, whatever you want to do. Okay, so what I do is I have this little spool, and I'm going to glue that down to it. I thought it was really cute. And you can get these at the dollar store, and they come in a whole bunch, all variety of colors, but I had used some up and I had a bunch of empty ones, so I just did whatever color I want. Okay, see my little thing that's lifting up. Okay, so now I have to see if I can find my little bow. Okay, so everybody will get one of these little measuring tape. Okay, so it's kind of long, so you'll have enough for the two. So I just went ahead and cut it whatever size I want it. Just going to cut it in half, and then you're going to highlight it. Okay, do your brown, make it look antique. Okay, a little mess here. Okay, and I just kind of curled it, and you can put this, it's really just playing with all your stuff wherever you want to put it. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and glue my bow right here, and you can cut all your pieces. And that way, put mine right there. I will take my glue gun, or you can put glue. Okay, so another little thing I did is I made this little pin cushion, and all you have to do is put this dimensional tape. I cut it about 1 inch, and I sandwiched 2 pieces together. I'm going to make one for you real quick. It may not be perfect, but okay, you take the top one off, and you sandwich that together, and then you make sure that they're even. And I'm going to take some paper. I just got this little piece of paper, and you're going to take your tape off. Okay, and you're going to put it close to the edge, not too much, and you're just going to flip this over, and then you can put glue on top, and you're going to flip this just like that. Okay, and you don't have to do this. I did it because I needed something. I wanted to put some pins in it, and what you would do is you put tape inside it, and then that way when you take your tape off, okay, just kind of smash that down. I put the glue all the way in to meet, so I don't know if you can see that. I thought these were cute, and it kind of gave it another little look. So that's what I put on this one. That's my little pin cushion right here, and then I just did the zigzag scissors. Then I got actual pins, and I cut the tip off, and then I inserted them in there and glued them down. Just kind of gave it another. This was before I got all my scissors and stuff, so it's really up to you. Okay, and so once it dries, then you would cut it off and then stick the needles in there. It's pretty easy, and you can put more layers if you want. Okay, that's just an idea. Okay, so now I'm going to decorate my little box. Okay, and I will have flowers. I'm going to take, I don't have too many colors, but I will take a few. So I made this sign. I have 3 stamps. One that says Handmade with Love, this Stitch with Love, and this Simplicity Vintage. Okay, so this is a Handmade with Love. Okay, and really place it wherever you want. And this is just, everything will be really using your imagination. Okay, so we'll do that, and then like this one I just put the button. But let me find all my little things. Okay, so you can put the scissors here or wherever you want them. So put it right there. Also I have, you can have this spool. And what I did was I just made a little slit right in here to hold the thread. So I got some thread. If I can find my thread. What did I do with it? Don't know. Okay. I lost my thread. I had a purple thread. Probably on the floor, which is always is. But anyways, you would get your thread and you would wrap it around. You would insert that in there and then just wrap it around. Okay, so you have your homemade little thimble. Okay, and then you can insert that anywhere you want it. Put it where your scissors are. Really just use your imagination. And what I'm going to have, also you got to put your little measuring, your little tape, and then I'm going to have, so these are all the little accessories, okay? So you will have buttons. I'm going to cut this off. Okay. You're going to have a tape. You're going to have some scissors. There's my scissors. And you're going to have a lot of buttons to choose from. And if you want to bring your own buttons, you can. You know, you can use real buttons. Now I lost my scissors. Oh, I have my scissors here. Okay, and then also flowers and some ribbon. But you really can just do a lot of things with this die, with this little sewing machine. I think it's cute. Oh, and this is another thing we need to do. Let's see, I got my purple. Okay, can't find my purple. Okay, so what I did was, I don't know if you can see this, I just let my thread hang here and then I just wrapped it around this little tiny thing right here. This takes a little bit of time. Just kind of have it right there. Anyways, you get the gif. And you wrap this around this, wrap it around this, or go through the back side. Okay, and then you can do it a couple times. And then what I did was I just wrapped it around this. A little spool at the top. That way you get the color that you want. Okay, do this a couple times. So what I did was I have these little squares. I have a whole bunch of them. They're from my little windows. And you can put glue on it and then just put that on the back side. And then you can always color it if you want to. Okay? Black or whatever color you want. It's just to hold the thread. And that's how you thread your little machine. And I left this hanging, and then this way I could put little buttons or just make it look like it's hanging off like that. Okay, and then on one of them I think I put little flowers inside, and you can do that too right there to fill this little part in. Okay, and ladies, the class will be in 2 weeks. I was just excited to do this. I wanted to do this ahead of time so you guys can see. A few of you said it looked pretty complicated, but really isn't. This is the complicated part. It's just figuring out what you want to put. Everything else is pretty easy, and I'll be there to help you. But okay, so hope to see you there. Thank you. Bye-bye.